Well. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Let's see. It's a terrific Tuesday.
You know what? I just discovered the headphones work really good when you turn them on. Okay, I'm good.
Okie dokie.
I'm good. It's Tuesday
Well,
morning.
it's Tuesday morning,
I'm
and,
like,
and
what's
we,
wrong?
we've got the man, the donkey man, is in the
Yes.
house.
Always lots of fun.
So it's going to be one of them dog days out there.
One
You
of
can
days.
rest assured of that. So all y'all prepare yourselves. Sit down.
Oh yeah.
Place your head between your knees and kiss your
tail.
backside goodbye.
Okay.
I recorded one of those for an EBS emergency
Did you?
broadcast system, and it almost got on the air one day by mistake. I did it
Oh,
as a joke. I just
we used to say that a lot at the post office.
Mhm.
Between that and stop, drop, and roll.
oh yeah. Well, there you go. Okay, Nikki, it is a Tuesday. It is 2 weeks from today. It will be all the last day of this mess.
Yeah.
And well, at least for the next 4 years. And
Good
I
Lord.
just don't know. I'm taking bets. Y'all need to get in on the ground floor here, and we'll figure out who's going to win. I think I know.
I think we should take all our choices and put them in an envelope, each of us, and then the day after election, up and see who came closest.
No, well, okay, we could do that. I reminds me of one of those reveal parties that I went to, or
Where is she?
a niece, one of my nieces came in, and she was pregnant, and she was supposed to let us know what the baby was going to be, and so I had 2 cards, one for boy, one for girl, and they both stuck in my shorts underneath my shirt. And as soon as she said a boy, I said, "Here you go." That's exactly what I thought all along.
And on the other side, underneath his shirt, was the girl card.
Absolutely.
Yep, well
Save
played.
that for the next one.
Well played.
Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown,
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
and there's the donkey.
I'm the donkey man this morning
So,
with the golden pin scar on my head.
Well, you
Fell
can't.
for me.
Yeah.
Fell for me.
Say, Diane, good shot.
Yeah.
Just in time for Halloween.
Nobody has felt sorry for me over that. Everybody said, "Well, I'm so glad she didn't hit you hard enough."
Oh, I'm just. How's the rolling pin?
Well, the rolling pin was fine, and I don't
Splendid.
understand where and I pick on my wife a lot.
No.
Oh yeah, I do, and she is a saint because there's churches in 5 counties that's got her name written in blood on the Bible as prayer because of who she's married to.
I can understand.
I'm sitting there talking to somebody about it, and I said, I don't get these modern day women. And they said, "What are you talking about?"
Uh-oh.
I said, "Now I told Diane, St. Diane, when Natalie moved to Raleigh, I said, look, we're going to quit cooking. There ain't no need of cooking no more.
Uh-huh.
We'll just eat out of the cabinet, grab something. Because she comes home, she's tired, I'm tired.
So we
Just
can't
sit
be
down.
a spoon. You're good to go.
Yeah, we're
Crackers.
fine. I said, but I don't get these women. They'll keep these kitchen utensils. That was mine. They'll keep these kitchen utensils around, and I found all these years I finally found out why.
Why?
It's to beat their husband with.
Oh, is that what it is?
I really thought that noise was God
No, it was
sending us a message.
That was a strange noise. We got a lot of noises happening here during the
Like-
show. Woo,
but
boy.
no, it's I pick on her about it. And we came back from vacation. I had it done. It just went. You went on vacation. She beat the tar out of you, and then you come back home. Yep, sure did. So she made out. She's having a ball with it. She said she didn't like me telling that, but no, I got a little skin cancer. Had a little skin cancer, and I had it taken off, and I checked it. And I still look good in the dark. So I'm fine.
Did they use a hacksaw or a jigsaw?
I don't know what he was using. I couldn't feel it, but now he was whacking. And he was and it took 2 tries to get it out.
And when they get in there and they
Did he
start,
slip? I mean,
No,
Oh, that's
I had
bad.
one eyebrow
just-
shorter than the others. He gonna take the stitches out today, but he had to come
I
way
can
up
do it for
here
you.
so he could pull the skin back because the hole was about that big. when he
Yeah.
got
all
done.
right, for those that can't see,
I'll let you look.
Tim's got a cut from his forehead down into the top of his eyelid.
Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah.
the beginning of
It
the
looks like somebody
Munster.
machete or something.
It
Frankenstein.
looks like the beginning of the Munster show. You know?
And that's why I did the radiation instead. But
Mhm.
yours was bad.
Yeah, I didn't
Yours
think
was
it
deep.
Yours is manly. Okay. Get
right.
over it.
It's just
You're
about
good to go.
Manly.
Manly.
It's manly.
I didn't even hesitate. I said, cut it out. Do what you got to do. And
You need
he,
a t-shirt.
yeah, I need a shirt. Honey, I need a shirt.
Here's the shirt you need. You said, you should see the other guy.
Yeah. Oh God. It's just, I've had fun with it. I mean, I've actually joked around and had a lot of fun with it because
Yeah.
I do pick on my wife a lot, but she's always right. Everything's fine. But I go out today and they're going to check me some more and this and that and the other and all this mess. But it's just one more doctor
Mm-hmm.
you add to your list
Oh,
when you get older.
Yes.
And I asked the doctor, I said, why? I said, look, I've wore a hat most of my life. Why have I got this in my eyebrow? And he looks at me, he says, well,
We don't know.
It's very common for a man to get it in his eyebrow. I said, really? He said, yeah. And the bump came up about 8 months ago, and I'd scratch it off.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had the one right there, and I did it with a razor.
Yeah.
Oh,
And St. Diane kept saying, you got to go, you better go get that checked.
well,
And
I
finally did.
just figured. I thought it was an ingrown hair in there,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm one of those. I got the pocket knife out, and I got the tweezers out, and I started working on it. And then I dug, and it bled, and I couldn't find nothing in there. But
Yeah.
I pulled stuff out,
Yes.
and then it got
that.
bigger and worser.
Got worse.
Oh, we got worser, and then I put
Worse and
some.
worse.
I put all sorts of creams and stuff on it. It seemed to heal up for a while. Then I got the razor out and I shaved it off again. Oh,
Okay.
God.
He told me, he said, you're going to have a little scar up there. And when I finally took the bandage, I said, little? This is a little scar?
It's gonna heal great though.
Oh, yeah. He said it would.
Yeah, I had 21 stitches right here.
I'll do makeup.
It's when I was
There you
17
go.
and was in
Yeah.
a car wreck.
I'll be walking around like one of those guys that does makeup all the time.
Yeah.
But no, I wear a hat a lot more than I usually do. And in fact, when we went on vacation, I love the Clint Eastwood type hats.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy
Yeah.
them. I have
yeah.
a bunch of.
Those are manly.
And there used to be a guy in Malby, South Carolina, who made them, and he charged me $50. And the brims and stuff the shapes it was made out of copper, so you could bend it.
Oh,
and
right.
break.
Yep.
Well, he died, and
Uh-oh.
his son and his grandson's not going to take it up. So I got a couple from Pakistan. If I'm out there with messing with the horses, because I got one horse, he'll grab it and play with it, and I don't care.
You got a hat from Pakistan?
Oh, I got two of them.
Oh my.
And we went to Autumn Leaves Festival, and there was this man and woman from Fort Mill, South Carolina, and they were selling Australian hats. And I picked one up, and it was so light. Man, it was, and I turned it over, and she said, that's made out of kangaroo hide.
Yeah.
I had to have one.
What?
Of course, it was $120,
Oh,
and
my.
I put it back. My wife looked at me. She said, you need to get that hat. You don't never buy anything for yourself. Buy the hat. Well, I enjoyed it. I bought it, put it on, and walked around with it, and it was so light. Enjoyed it. People complimented me on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the next day, I went and bought one. It's made out of water buffalo and kangaroo hide. It's a little bit heavier, and it was a little bit cheaper. But so that was my spending besides
There you
the
go.
food and the fuel. But she had a great time.
Well, as long as you get what you want,
But yeah, and I
makes
put
you look good.
our bed was a little bit hard, so I got up one morning and I went to the pharmacy and I came back and says, honey, I'm making you a homemade Percocet. She said,
Uh-oh.
what? I said, I'm making you a homemade
As long
truck
as it
driver's
didn't come from
Percocet.
south of the border.
All right, and a homemade Percocet. My family doctor put me on it years ago.
Okay, guys, watch out. Don't write this down.
And
I
what
already
you
know
do-
about it.
Dentists use it a lot now. But you take 2 ibuprofen and take 2 extra strength Tylenol every 6 hours, and it does keep it where you can function.
Gotcha.
And it doesn't make you sleep. It's not
Well,
habit forming, not narcotic. And it does help. And it helped her because now she was having some back problems. Bless her heart. She
Tim, I
does.
just got a message from somebody from PETA that wants to
PETA?
talk to you.
Well, people eating tasty animals.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. That's my favorite group.
There we go. Mammy, here I come.
Something about those hats.
And they're imported from Australia, and they're hard to get. And she said she had a ship.
Kangaroos just jump so much.
Yeah, but I know.
They're so cute.
You know, they look just like deer. They
Over in
taste like deer.
Australia, they eat them. So
Yeah, well,
it's
it
yeah.
looks
There
like
was-
venison. They're venison.
Yeah.
There was a lady that she's passed away now, but they used to own what is now the Red Carpet Inn before it was called the Liberty Inn.
Mhm.
She had kangaroos at her house.
Did you?
Yeah, as
Mhm.
pets.
I saw one here. A guy had. I forgot what. Somewhere there off of Hargett Street.
Yes,
That
the
little
caps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she lived
remember
right
that.
off of Hargett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, Helen Capp.
I went
Helen
over there
Capp.
back in the
Yes.
60s, I think.
That
Yeah.
was her. Yeah,
Uh-huh,
she
but
had
I
kangaroo.
Went with Daddy one Saturday to go fix her washing machine. She had that kangaroo. I was a little boy. I was a squirt.
Yes. That
But
thing would. That thing.
Yeah, it was so amazing.
That thing would kick you. Mm-mm.
Oh, well, you know.
I never got that close to it, but yeah, I remember.
I'd like to say, boy, it'll taste just like
Stop.
venison.
Chicken.
No, chicken don't taste that good. to me.
Hello, Peter.
All right.
Good morning, Peter.
Okay, we got some things happening here this morning. We're gonna find out here shortly. A little bit more information. There's a big event coming up Saturday night.
Yes,
The
there
Dancing
is.
Stars of Onslow County. I think that's the official title now. I
Yes.
keep getting things twisted,
You're
but that's
correct.
me. I'm twisted, warped. Some people say.
It's Dancing Stars of Onslow County. You're
Mhm.
absolutely correct.
Oh, good. Finally, once. Yeah. So that's going on. We know we've talked, chatted with some of the dancers. We got a couple more we're going to be
Yes.
dealing with
Yeah.
between now and Friday, and they're all excited. Matter of fact, I stopped and had a
Yes.
chat with Candy Brown Thompson and her husband Marty Thompson last night for a while, and she's coming over this morning and going to talk with us about it. She's been heading up this Dancing Stars thing since 2012. And it's a great event. It raises a lot of money, but there's a serious side to all of this fun and frivolity.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out about, unfortunately, one of the reasons that they have this thing. It's a necessary deal that they do, and they do it, and they've done a whole lot of great work for a lot of people who needed it
That's
very,
right.
very badly.
Yes.
Anyway, that's going to be coming up, and we may have one of the stars, the dancers, coming in today,
Yeah.
or we may not.
Oh, wait, I'm
If
not
we don't,
really
we're
sure.
going to have Timmy. He's
It
going
was
to get
not
up and do a little soft
confirmed.
shoot.
Yeah.
There's two of you. You dance.
I'm gonna do the strip tease.
You dance, and you can do anything.
Oh.
Yeah,
Can you do the donkey
I
hop?
can trim my
I
toes
am
for her.
not doing a striptease.
I got my fairy toes in the truck. I'll
He's going to
trim
trim your toes,
Yeah,
Lee.
trim your toes while you dance.
I've got a.
Mhm.
I do have the beginning of another ingrown toenail. I need to probably. Get
Oh,
worked
my
on. Can
gosh.
you do that too?
I will, but you won't like it.
Well, I do
I'm
mine.
gonna use any painkiller.
Neither do I.
God is speaking again.
What does your shirt say? It's a new shirt. I haven't seen that one.
You're looking at my
Daniel.
chest again, aren't you?
Daniel
Daniel
Defense Shot Show. I like
Okay.
it.
I've never seen that shirt. I like it.
2018.
You haven't worn it, at least on here in the mornings.
You just weren't looking.
No, I'm sitting beside every day. I
don't
notice.
know. It's
I like it.
it's a feel good shirt.
It
I'll
looks
tell
like
you
a
that.
soft shirt.
It is
Yeah, I
soft.
like a
And
soft
it's kinda
t-shirt.
straight, and look how long that.
That's what I like.
I
Yeah,
could wear the 6.5 inch barrel 44 Magnum that I
But
got.
no one
And
would see it. I like it.
I'm
Nothing better than a
Don't
soft
tell
t-shirt.
and long one.
Yeah,
It's a lot of plumbers need these.
I tell you what, I like it. But then I like it. Nice shirt.
This is
When I had the surgery, they called me 5 times.
Oh, I know.
okay, guys, out there for all y'all in the construction oriented business. I don't know, not builders. You can maybe service people or whatever. I found a box.
I saw your post.
I found a box on Country Club Road Saturday. I think it was Saturday, Friday or Saturday. I'm not going to tell you the color of it. I'm not going to tell you what's in it, but you can figure it out. And if it's yours, you got it. I turn around, drove all the way back,
Mhm.
dodged traffic. I did that, stopped in the middle of the highway,
Mhm.
Country Club Road in the turn lane, and got out and picked it up. And it's got a bunch of stuff in it. You're going to have to tell me what's in it and not just in general terms. Don't tell me tools or
I need
pocket
some new
knives or something
tools.
like that. And then describe the box to me, and you can figure it out. It's a utility box. It's not a cardboard box. So, y'all, if you've lost something out there, let me know. It's yours. I don't want it.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm going to take it out. I guess probably out to the metal place recycling.
Well, What
Well,
kind of
what?
tools are in it?
Well, you
You
know,
would steal
might
this
need
person's
some.
tools, Lee.
If
now.
nobody claims them.
if they don't want them, I'll give them to you.
Give us a hint. Is
Which-
it a power tool?
No,
Okay.
Well,
It's not Milwaukee.
I don't need
No.
that. I need
Not
power
Milwaukee,
tools.
DeWalt.
no, this is no. It's things for people to do that
Yeah.
work on stuff. So anyway, let me know. You
Well,
can
I hope-
send me a message on Facebook. You can call me. You can do whatever you want to do. Just
I
let
hope
me
the
know.
owner's listening.
And if I'm talking to you, I'm going to ask you some very details.
Be prepared for grilling, sitting in the hot seat with the spotlight.
What colors is Bucks?
Yeah.
Okay. If you start taking wild guesses, I'm going to hang up on you.
Red.
Pink, green, yellow, orange, or black. They didn't click. That's the way I work. That's the way I have to work things. Marine Raiders. Y'all know who these folks are, right?
Marine Raiders?
Marine Raiders.
Yes.
They have now got orders, headquarters, to stop wearing the same multi-cam, they call them, multi-cam uniforms
Right.
as other elite special operators in the military as Marine Forces Special Operations Command looks to acquire a replacement.
Interesting. Why?
So they would look different?
I don't
maybe
know.
there's a
Special
rule?
Operations Marines will abandon the pattern worn by units such as Army Special Forces, so the first of the year.
That would
They
explain
will
that.
instead wear the Corps' flame-resistant uniforms.
Oh, okay.
Also known as frogs.
Yeah.
All right. I
During
like that.
deployment and training until the command can acquire and issue a uniform in the Marine pattern. Wonder what the Marine pattern is going to look like.
Oh, no.
MARSOC confirmed to military.com on Wednesday last week that the memorandum, which was posted online, was authentic. It's for real. The decision to issue the memorandum originated from MARSOC leadership, not the Marine Corps or U.S. Special Ops Command, also known as SOCOM. So that's going to be happening.
Interesting.
In this corner,
Uh-oh.
we have the Donkey Man. And in that yonder corner,
the
we have Steve.
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 Well,
Whoa, Steve.
You had a 50-50 chance, Lee.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I didn't think you'd be calling this early,
He's,
Steve.
he's like Elliot. He's the
I
liberal
normally don't. I
libertarian.
wanted to jump in before I get out of here right quick.
Okay. Well, the Donkey Man is waiting for you. He's primed. He's been working for the last 4 days on how to deal with you.
Just to talk to you.
So
Okay, well,
I'm gonna sit back and take a rest.
I got something for you, Tim, right out the gate, man.
Okay.
You remember a few weeks ago you were on the show and you were talking about Donald Trump sliding that picture across the table to the leader of the Taliban.
Yeah, well, he didn't
So
slide
they
it.
were
He
gonna kill him.
handed it. But okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's-
Well, he did an interview with Glenn Beck week
Mhm.
before last, and Glenn Beck asked him about that, and Trump said no, it was actually a phone call. None of that happened.
No, that's.
I'm just telling you what Trump
I
said.
know what Trump said. Yeah, I saw the interview. I saw
Okay.
it and I laughed about it, but then he said he did another interview and he said he told him he'd kill him and he handed him the picture. Now there's two witnesses that was with him and they swear it was a picture. So I didn't get
I
to see. He
get
didn't
that,
hold it up,
But
but I'll
the
tell
man
you.
himself said it wasn't true.
But I'll tell you what
And
happened.
he's delusional, or are they somebody lying?
Well, he is delusional. He is. Look, what we've got running is just about as sorry as when we had Obama and God knows McCain running. That was about the sorriest election we've ever had, in my opinion. But we don't have Ray. They ain't no Reagans no more. I mean, the Reagans are gone. You ain't gonna find one. We don't have any great candidates anymore. We are scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I don't even know who they got on either side coming up for
Here's the problem.
2028.
Here's the problem, Tim.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, Tim. Reagan today would be a rhino.
Oh
Reagan today
yeah,
would be ostracized and be pushed out of the Republican Party.
exactly.
So, I mean, that's the problem the Republicans have got. That ain't got nothing to do with the Democrats
That's
at all.
one of the reasons I'm unaffiliated.
Yeah, I ain't saying they don't have problems. I ain't saying they don't have, and myself as well. I agree with that. I
Yeah.
agree with that. Both of them have problems they want to address.
Well, my opinion
Yeah.
is the Republican Party is lazy because even when Bush was in office and Republicans had control, and they jumped up and down talking about, oh, we got control. They did absolutely nothing.
Mhm.
For 2 years, they did
I agree.
absolutely nothing.
I agree.
And I'm sick of the Democrat. My daddy was a Democrat, but today, and I'll never remember him voting Democrat. But because he always said it. The only reason he was a Democrat is because he could vote in the primary. Because back in the day, we didn't even have a Republican primary. There weren't 10 Republicans in the whole county.
Yeah.
About right.
And
That's
the
right.
thing about but he always voted Republican because, and back then Democrats was all over the county, but they were moderate Democrats.
They were Dixie Democrats.
Right.
There's the difference.
But the thing about it is now we got some crazy people. When you got somebody elected AOC back to back, and she was a bartender, and she made the statement saying, maybe NASA needs to send a rocket to the sun at night so it wouldn't be as hot. And we got a problem. And I'm sure you've seen that
I know.
somewhere.
But I agree with that, but that is no more ridiculous than the Marjorie Taylor Greens on the other side.
I agree with that.
We've always had them fringe people, and what we've done in the past is we've suppressed that, and the adults in the room say, yeah, they got some wild ideas, but that's not our policy.
But the thing about it is that's
we've
our
always had
future. That this is our future. Such people as that is our future. And I remember, I don't know how old you are. I'm 63. And I remember when I was a little boy sitting around the barbershop, because that was the place you went. And you'd hear the old folks talking about this country's going to hell in a handbasket. And that was in the 60s. And now the people that are my age are sitting around at the Piggly Wiggly saying the same exact thing. This country's going to hell in a handbasket. So it's a revolving. We're still surviving. But we do survive.
We brought up just a minute ago, Obama these days would be considered very conservative in relation to the far left now.
And you're right.
Well, you're right about that.
And I would agree with that, but what I believe is actually happening is I believe that the Democratic Party, especially in this election cycle, is being pulled more to the center. And the reason why I say that is because they're being influenced by a lot of Republicans that are campaigning along with them.
I agree.
Because of Trump.
Yeah.
And because a lot of the Republicans are migrating away from the Republican Party, that's going to dilute the Democrats
You're
with
right.
more conservative people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I'll be honest with you, man, my observation is that neither party really ever gets anything done for the most part if they have total control. Most of the things that we see get done are done by bipartisan legislation. And, so, and most of the time it's around an election time where they're just trying to score points.
Yeah.
So we have to take the wins where we can get them. If they decide to do something positive because of the election cycle, we don't need to try and refuse to take that because they're just doing it to score points.
Well,
that's
that's the one great thing about our government. No one person has complete power. And so sometimes you get lucky and they'll cut something off or do something different, or they'll stop something going on. And the biggest thing right now that you're looking at is if Harris wins, the pipeline's not going to start back up. Now you're getting oil. That where the pipeline, you are getting oil,
It's costing a fortune.
but it's being trained and trucked in. And that's what Trump was trying to eliminate. He was trying to cut the cost. And I'm working my tail off right now because you got Sunny Point down there. Their track is down. And I have hauled all kinds of equipment in the woods, in the pure woods now, trying to get this track back up so they can get the train in. And I didn't get off work till 7:30 Friday night trying to move equipment from one track to another because they couldn't switch it over. Now, that was crazy. I was moving from one end to the other just so they can go to work.
I want to go back to what you were saying about the pipeline right quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't believe, you make the assertion that if they open that pipeline up, that any savings that they get, they're going to pass that along to consumer.
No, I had never said that.
I would say you're saying that if they open line up, then that would bring the price of oil down,
Well,
and that's going to.
It was bringing the price of oil down
cheaper.
before. Well, look, I just looked at diesel fuel this week. It went back down, but 2 weeks ago it went way up.
But you're also talking about a company who has reported record profits every 3
Right.
months
And
for
they are.
years and years. So
And
they're
for
addicted to those record profits.
Right.
Any money they save is going to go towards profit. It's not going to
Exactly.
be reflected in lower gas prices.
It's
And that's the
called,
reason why gas prices are high as they are right now,
Well-
is because they're addicted to record profits.
well, the thing about it is that one guy gets on there and talked about when Trump was in office, he was selling oil for $30 a barrel. Now he's selling oil for $130 a barrel. And he gave 3 reasons. And one, the future, you were looking at one reason that your gas prices were down. You were looking at the futures of when that pipeline comes down and it runs all the way down to the refinery. That cuts the cost of manufacturing. Okay. Another thing, diesel fuel is a waste product of petroleum. It should not be as high as it is. And I've ranted and raved this for years. Diesel fuel runs this country. And you're not going to stop the what is it? I won't say the word right. Autonomous trucks, the driverless trucks. It's run by computer. Now somebody can go in there and hack that. And it's already happened. And they buried this news. The truck crashed. It was a driverless truck and it crashed. And they ain't figured out why yet, but somebody somehow got into the programming and crashed the truck. Nobody got hurt. So my opinion was it was planned because nobody got hurt. So and be honest with you, that was good news for the trucking industry because people are trying to get rid of truck drivers. They're trying to do away with it and this and that because they don't have a driverless truck doesn't have hours of service. They can run all day and all night. And all they got to do is have a fuel attendant to show up when they pull into the truck stop, fill it up, and drive on. Well, because the federal DOT's got in there, well, you can only drive 11 hours a day, and then you had to have a 10-hour break, and you got to have this. And I agree with that. And I've been driving truck for 39 years. I agree with that. Because when we have a disaster, we've done it before. Throw your logbooks out the window and run as best you can. Try to when Katrina hit, they were telling them guys, throw your logbooks out the window and run as hard as you can. Don't get hurt or get killed. Pull over and get you in that. But we need to get this stuff down here as quick as possible.
All right, gentlemen, we got to head to a little bit of weather.
I'm gonna tap out. I don't really have any comments about the trucking industry to offer, so I think I'm gonna tap out of this conversation.
All right.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Yeah,
You too.
You be
Take
safe
it
out
easy,
there.
Steve.
Pension Services of Jacksonville. Fendel, still around. Questions for you. Still on the rise, still making news, still killing Americans by the tens of thousands. And you have some stats that you were going to talk about yesterday a little bit. What's going on in that arena?
Well, I was going to talk about some arrests because of what happened
That's
in
it.
LA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They seized enough, about $4 million worth of fentanyl. That's enough to kill everybody in LA County,
Uh-huh.
probably more than once. And they arrested one guy who is Hispanic. Like, that's a big shock. And do y'all understand how many people live in Los Angeles? It was enough to kill the entire county of LA city. That's a lot of people.
It's the second largest metropolitan area
Yeah.
in the country.
Yeah.
New York's number one.
Mhm.
Los Angeles is number 2.
They said it was enough to kill 11 million people is how much fentanyl they seized.
There are 11 million people in North Carolina.
So
That's the
they'll kill,
population of North Carolina.
then that's enough to kill the entire population of our state right there.
Yeah.
So I think people may understand this is what's coming across our border. And for those that are crying about, let's leave the border open, this is what's coming across.
Okay.
And it just takes a very minute amount to
So
kill.
what's the attraction for something as deadly as fentanyl? One, I'm going to tell you this stuff because I know it's readily available. That's number
There-
one.
yeah.
And that's our fault. It's cheap. It's potent. A few particles that are smaller than the tip
Grain of
of a
salt.
pinhead
Mhm.
can kill. Its
Correct.
strength is virtually impossible to measure in the field. Those producing and trafficking in the drug could care less about that. Why? Because it's extremely cheap when compared to things like heroin or cocaine. Raw material by the barrels are being shipped from China to the drug cartels in Mexico, with end users in the U.S. finding it harder to get the cheap drugs, the drugs of their choice, usually prescription pain pills. Cartels are using a little dab of fentanyl mixed with sometimes inert chemicals and pressing the product into a pill that looks like, even has the same colors as the plain pills for pain
But
that the druggies are looking for.
that's why they do it too, because they're doing it to entice, because fentanyl is used like in surgeries for pain
Yes.
relief.
Yep.
So their logic is, okay, a little fentanyl in there, it's going to make you want, it'll make that drug seem stronger, more
That's right.
potent. So it's going to make you want it.
You know, at one time, even in cocaine and even in marijuana, the drug idiots were putting a little bit of rat poison in.
Yes,
Just
I
to get a
remember
little
those days.
buzz.
Yeah.
Just to get a little, it didn't give you a buzz, but it made you feel like you were getting something. You could have put, pepper flakes in it and done the same thing.
They're putting it in the marijuana. It's even been here in Onslow County in
Yes.
marijuana. We've had an overdose.
The dopers may not realize what they're using. They just know they're getting a drug-induced high. A pill could
Correct.
have double the amount of fentanyl in it, and his high could put him out of this world. He
Exactly.
could go away, or they could just overdose, or they could die on the spot. And then there are the teenagers out there.
Yep.
They just want to get high like their adult doper friends. Instead of taking a single pill, why not go all out and take 2 or 3? I mean, they've got a lot of common sense, right? A teenager on drugs. It's cheap, great high. You'll look good to your friends until you stop breathing. No longer the life of the party, no longer with any life at all. It's not likely that the teen drug users will care about the consequences. It'll be up to their peers and to their parents to get involved
Yeah.
sooner or later. Unfortunately, too often it's too late. Now is the time to step up to the plate, y'all. Strongly encourage those you care about to get some help, not just say help. They need the services of the counselors at Community Prevention Services. It's a locally owned and operated firm. Offices are at 918 Henderson?
918 Henderson.
Give them a call and set up an appointment. Do it for yourself. Do it for a friend. Do it for a relative. 910-353-0972. Today's marine outlook: northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 3 to 5, 2 to 3 near shore, sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds 5 to 10, seas 3 to 4, sounds and rivers of light chop. And on Thursday, northwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming northeasterly in the afternoon, seas 3 to 5, sounds and rivers of chop.
Today, sunny, high of 79. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 56. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 81. 56. And on Thursday, sunny, high of 75 with gusts around 16 miles an hour on Thursday.
Okay, we'll be right back, and we're going to be talking about Dancing Stars, but also what it's all about.
I am Robin Knapp, the current Vice Chairman of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners. I would appreciate your vote on November 5th. I am known to speak my mind candidly, truthfully, and bluntly on issues that affect everyone within our county, regardless of political affiliation, religious beliefs, gender, race. I am not afraid to tackle tough issues like lowering our tax rate and appropriate funding for our EMS, firefighters, public safety, mental health, and domestic abuse issues. I fully support our county employees, and I feel this is a staff that is the glue that holds Onslow County together. I have shown strong and consistent leadership and will not be influenced by others, and I will vote my conscience, always in the best interests of our citizens and not for a particular group, regardless of rhetoric. I love Onslow County and her citizens, and I appreciate your vote and support. May God bless America, Onslow County, and all of you. Vote to re-elect Robin Knapp for Commissioner, a voice for the citizens. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Robin Knapp.
Okay, we're back, and somebody I know very well. I've known her entire life. Candy Brown Thompson.
She
Good
may not
morning.
be
How
that
are
proud
you?
of it.
How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing fine. What's going on in your world?
Not much. Just sitting around, not doing too much. this
Yeah,
week.
not a whole lot happening. You're just taking a rest this week, aren't you?
Yes. I'm.
Or you've already made that.
Go
second
hide
meeting.
down at the beach somewhere or something. You know.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah,
At
would
least
be.
you can do that after Saturday night.
You
Yes.
already made that second million this year, so you can quit.
Whatever. I wish. I wish.
Okay, Dancing Stars of Onslow County. The big showdown is on Saturday night.
Yes, sir. October 26th. Doors open at 5:00, and show dinner's at 5:45, and showtime is at 6:30.
There you go. Bring it on, y'all. If you don't have tickets, you can get it. There are a few available.
There might be just limited
Limited.
edition left. So please go online at onslowvc.org.
Onslow VC, Victor Charlie, right?
Correct.
Okay. And
So-
then if you do that, and then .org, org, don't do com. And then, but you can buy it online right now with your credit card,
That's correct.
online up until Friday.
Yes.
Friday at
Friday at noon. Now, after that, if you decide, I really want to go, if something's opened up, you can call me at 910-787-5600, and I will have tickets with me because I'll be at the American Legion
Okay.
moving in Thursday night, so Saturday night. Or you can make a post on the Dancing Stars Facebook page, and I'll see that, and we can make arrangements.
Okay.
So
You can get a ticket if you do it. I don't think I'd be waiting until Friday though.
I can't see there'll be any tickets left by
in
Friday.
fact, Miss Snap, here you go. Here's your sponsorship.
Thank
Okay.
you.
There you go.
So there you go. No excuses now.
Nope.
So,
And
but I do want to talk a little bit. This
talk about
and
the
we'll-
serious part about this stuff.
Exactly. Then we'll get into the Dancing Stars. But October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Mhm.
And it is serious. You have no clue what's really going on in the nationwide, state, locally, or what could be happening in your neighborhood, what could be happening to your coworkers. Over 1 in 3 women nationally and 1 in 4 men have experienced rape, physical violence, and or stalking by an intimate partner in their lifetime.
Somebody they know.
Exactly. Or themselves. Yes. Women is predominantly more in women ages 18 to 34 generally experience the highest rate of intimate partner violence. So 20 people every minute become victims of domestic violence, but less than 24% of them report it. So less than 24%. So that's 76%, if my math is correct.
Pretty close.
Pretty close, that are keeping silent. They're not saying a word about it. So they're having to deal with that. Of those who come forward, 95% of the domestic violent victims are women. A woman is more likely to be assaulted, injured, raped, or killed by a male partner than by any other type of assailant. Now, right here in North Carolina, from October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2024, so 1 year, there were 78 lives lost to domestic violence right here in North Carolina. And that's a lot. I mean, for domestic
we've
violence.
seen it
Yes.
in Onslow County. We've seen it in every county in the state. There's some notorious cases that we've all seen and recall. If you've been around this part.
In Onslow County, in the last 12 months, the shelter has experienced 900 in-person victim contacts, and we received over 1,000 crisis calls.
Wow.
Now, last year, beginning of this year, we opened and we got a new shelter.
Right.
It has 27 beds for the parents and their children who are in imminent danger in fleeing domestic violence. So that shelter, at times it's packed.
Yeah.
And that's a shame. And it should not ever. I would love, to be honest with you, I would love to never see it filled, because that means there's no domestic violence. But then again, you've got 76% of the people that don't reporting it. So, and domestic violence, like I said, you don't know who it's affecting. So, like we're sitting there at Dancing Stars, at your table, there's at least 1 or 2 people that have been affected, or affected being, you could have witnessed your parents, you could have witnessed your spouse, or not your spouse, but your sibling, best friend, any of that.
You might not even know it.
Exactly right. Because they don't want to say anything.
Mhm.
So that is the whole reason why we have I have such, for personal reasons, I have such a strong passion for helping raise money, raise awareness for the Onslow Victim Center. And it takes a lot of money. It's not just providing them a shelter, it's providing them counseling, as Kelly has dealt with, with her line of work. You've got to provide counseling. You have to provide medical attention for a lot of the victims. You have to provide child care. You got to help them get established to be able to provide for themselves, to be able to take care of themselves, to start over.
Victims advocates.
Exactly right.
Y'all provide that too.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And Kelly's actually has joined the board of directors for the Onslow Victim
Yay.
Center.
I have,
So,
yes.
but anyway, it's near and dear to
Folks out there are not, if you don't feel like you got something else that you need to do or want to do, or you've already scheduled for this event, so you have no need for a ticket, you'll take contributions.
We certainly will.
Not a
We certainly
problem.
will. You
You
can
just-
still go to onslowvc.org,
Just write a check.
write a check, or if you want to volunteer, if
Mhm.
there's something that you want to do that you can volunteer,
Mhm.
you can go right online there. You can, there's areas, sections there you can click on for volunteer. There's phone numbers to help if you're in a crisis. You can call 910-347-4000.
Now, Candy's looking for Friday night. You're looking for 4 able-bodied men.
I'm looking for Thursday night.
Thursday night. So for Thursday night, Candy's looking for 4 able-bodied Marines. Would be great.
They
have
don't have to be Marines.
I know, but they got the discipline.
Well,
They
Not
got the
all of
discipline.
them. So
Well, she needs 4 able-bodied guys, and she is the one who specified men,
Well,
not me.
we have somebody coming here shortly that I'm sure could help provide that.
well, we'll discuss that.
Anyway, but,
Anyway.
that's to help put up some tables and stuff.
It's moving
Take
some
about
of the
an
large tables that
Take
I
about an
am
hour.
not
An hour of your time at 10 o'clock.
So, but anyway, yes. So this week, in Big Dancing Stars of Onslow County,
Yes.
and it's the 12th annual, and the
Wow.
stars have been really just killing it on the dance floor. They have been practicing. They are phenomenal. But the main thing that holds the most dear to me is the People's Choice Award, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
raising the most money.
Yeah.
And Jason Humphrey with Down East Heating and Air. In fact, I think he was in here last week,
Yeah.
either
Yes.
Thursday or Friday. I looked online last night.
He
He
took over the lead.
over $26,000.
Holy moly.
Sandbagging.
No, he was not.
He's not?
No, he's
He-
not.
he
He's
got
been
it.
turning it in of course, we couldn't take any donation money in over the weekend, like in person. So he sent me a message yesterday morning. He said, "Where are you?" I said, "Well, I'm getting ready to leave the house." He said, "Well, I have X amount of money." I said,
Holy
"Me and
moly.
my security team will be over there to pick
Mhm.
that up." And I picked it up and
Awesome.
delivered it right there to the
Yeah,
center. And
Jason's the one that he was raffling off.
Yes, he's still
Either-
doing that.
Yeah.
No, it's
they had the
over.
drawing
They
on
won.
Friday evening.
God,
And
forgot.
I know who won.
Who?
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you.
You'll have to go to Jason Humphrey on Facebook or Down East Heating and Air. Actually,
There you
look and
go.
see who won.
Man.
It's
big
a neighbor.
winner.
It's not Candy.
Mm.
I wish it was me. That would have been great. That would have been great. So, it is a fun event. I know there's going to be some more. There's been lots of different fundraising this year that has
Yeah.
been going on with the stars, which I just love. Of course, we've had the reverse raffles. We had
Right.
2 reverse raffles. Then you had Jason auctioning off the generator or the HVAC system. You've had a cornhole tournament. I think there's been a beer run.
And there's some pig, dead pig.
Well, there's been some, but he usually will do that. The barbecue fundraising. There's been lumpia,
Mhm.
Native American tacos. There's been, I think,
Empanadas.
empanadas, and then Casa Pizza place,
Casamia Pizza. I think,
Casamea Pizza,
Yeah.
donated part of their profit, from Team Elliott. It's just been doing online raffles for, I think, like shirts or hats, special hats. I know Meredith Kroom was doing something. I'm not looking at you, Donkey Man. Adam Locklear with Locklear Roofing. He did do a barbecue fundraiser as well. He cooked a pig, and he said it was the longest but most rewarding day. You know, being able to see everybody and how much attention that was given to the Onslow Victim Center and how much support he received. So it's just been a lot of fundraising. And Bill Mercer, I think he has contacted with a letter probably everybody that he has ever met in his entire life. But it's showing because he's raised over $15,000. I think it's either 12 or 15,000.
Wow.
Dollars that
That's a
he
lot
has
of
raised.
bucks.
It is a ton of money.
So
It
you
is a
got 10
ton of
teams
money.
out there, right?
I've got 10 wonderful teams out there.
Mhm.
Yes.
So-
And they have just,
And they're buying Ben Gay by the barrel.
I'm sorry, what?
They're buying Ben Gay by the barrel.
Biofreeze.
Biofreeze, Motrin, but they are enjoying it. They really are. What's neat to see is how much they're showing appreciation to their partners, like the dancers, especially the ones that have been coming in from Dance Theater
Right.
of Jacksonville that has helped out every year. What goes into learning? It's not just get up on stage and boom. I mean, you are blood, sweat, and tears. And it's neat. It's just seeing what the new appreciation they have
Yeah, well.
for these kids. So,
I've watched it happen for years now,
yes,
since day one.
that's correct.
Never forget it.
No, it's going to be there'll probably be an announcement made that evening too. So, yeah, so please,
So y'all need to get your butts together.
yes, get your butts together and come on out and join us.
Mhm.
American Legion building, it's going to be fully decorated.
Mhm.
And ready to go. There's a silent auction. There's a 50-50 raffle. I think it's a booze barrel raffle that's been going on. Dinner provided by Olden Corral. Cocktails will start at 5:00. It's $50.
And it's cocktail attire, so don't come looking like you rolled out of bed.
I don't know what cocktail attire is.
Dress up, Rayford.
I don't have
No
a dress.
jeans,
No jeans,
sweatpants
no
or
shorts. Yeah. You
Oh,
couldn't
I
come
can
look-
go.
then you can stay home.
Amen.
Yeah.
Oh, can I wear your hat?
Yeah, you wear mine.
Can I wear his hat?
You
No.
need to look presentable.
Are you saying his kangaroo hat's not presentable?
No,
For that night, it's
for
not.
that not what? No.
Oh, it is. It's got a crocodile band on it.
Are you
Absolutely.
going to come? Are you going to bring your princess out? You just, yes, you can. You just don't want to.
I ain't that. I can't be there. I got to
Okay.
get set up for craft show.
He needs to be dancing. You need to be,
Oh, you
you need
just
to be out
got
there
the
doing the
whatever.
two-step.
I got to
the
set up for
whatever.
a craft show.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. No, you ain't. I know how you are.
Oh, we'll take a donation. I'll give you the website again in
Okay.
case you just
All right.
forget. But,
I'll see if
but
I can
anyway, I
do
hope
that.
to see everybody out there. Please do. Like I said, I'll be opening that door at 5:00.
Yeah,
And
and,
it-
again, that one thing, the People's Choice Award is really special, and Candy can speak about that
Right.
too, because you got it last year and you forgot about it, that you'd gotten it. That's hilarious. She was telling me that yesterday. She was saying, I'm trying to think, okay, now we got to find out who got the award last year so they can hand it off to the person this year. And she couldn't remember that it was her.
Well, I'm surprised she remembers anything. She's got so much on her.
Yeah.
Well, I had to call Marty and ask him. I was like, because last
He
year's
got a big
judges
laugh out of
award,
it.
everybody has gotten a big laugh out of it. But the judges award last year, she contacted one of our committee members and said, "Hey, is it true? Does the previous winner give the trophy to the next year's winner?" And we're like, "Yeah, if you're there and you want to, that would be fantastic."
Mhm.
So Amber Lumley, who won it was 2 years ago because we skipped last year. She won 2 years ago. Is going to be presenting this year's Judges Award, who has the best dance.
Right.
And then I was like, golly, who in the world won that People's Choice Award? And I literally could not
That
remember.
was you.
Calling
Yeah.
Marty, I'm like, hey, I don't remember.
I could have seen.
And I know he laughed.
And
Oh,
he
laughed.
laughed
He
and
was still
laughed
laughing
and
last night.
laughed and laughed.
Right.
He'll never let you live that down. You know
No,
that, right?
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
it's okay.
I'll forget all about it, so don't worry about it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because I'm too busy thinking and worrying about everybody
Right,
else.
right.
And
Now she's making excuses.
no, I'm just stating
I
facts.
will say, I want to brag on Candy a little bit. Candy is the president of the board for the Onslow Victim Center, and she has done an amazing job
Mhm.
as leader. She will never, she will never brag on herself, but I'm going to brag on her. So she's done a
Thank you.
very great job as board president. She's a good leader.
Yay.
Well, thank you.
I totally agree. Known her all her life.
I've known me my whole life too. So, so anyway, but please attend. Call me. You can call me directly with any questions, 910-787-5600. Or you can go online at onslowvc, like Victor Charlie.org, O-R-G. You can click on there and you can meet the dancers. If you want to donate to a specific dancer, please go right ahead. They would love it. If you want to buy tickets, please purchase your tickets. And like I said, since it started 12 years ago,
Mhm.
it was $50 then. It's
the
$50.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving it up as
And-
far as the $50 price.
Now, you do
And
have a
it's-
lot of volunteer and support you too as well.
Oh, a lot of with the,
Uh,
oh, we have tons of sponsorships.
yes, which is great.
Yes. Yes,
So-
yes, yes.
All of Onslow County, y'all done good.
It sells out. It sells out every year, folks. I would not wait till Friday. If you want to
No.
come out, and it is a blast.
Yep.
You want to come out, eat, get dressed up, just have a fun time for a good event. I would suggest you go online and buy your tickets now. I don't think you'll have tickets by Friday.
Also, we're not talking about ballroom dancing. We are talking about
No, it's-
entertainment.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Dancing.
it is a hoot. Yes.
I mean, it is fun.
and it's
You will laugh.
cutthroat.
Oh, it is.
It's
cutthroat.
very cutthroat.
And it's
yeah.
family friendly.
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
thing that I have made sure,
Yeah.
I've strived to maintain.
Mostly,
It-
except for sometimes the
it is family friendly.
Mhm.
My daughter's been coming for 12 years.
Yeah.
So
It's a good
it's
good
a
time.
good
Yeah.
time.
Okay, we got a caller. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Meredith Kroom.
Hello,
Meredith.
How are you?
I was just hearing Candy talk about family friendly, so I'm not allowed to wear my naked gardening outfit.
We've already had this discussion at the very first meeting. You have got to watch what you.
Well, Meredith, maybe not
Meredith.
but you can come in here anytime you want to.
Oh, God.
No, I'll take a day off.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to do a shout out for Meredith right now for everybody to hear. Every time I send a text message out to the group, to the stars, she is the first one to respond and she will take care of business. So I give a shout out
Yay.
to her. She has been, and I told you I would, but she wins that award in my book. So she is on top of it.
I really just wanted to call and give Rayford a hard time because I pulled 4 cucumbers on Monday out of my garden. So
Wow.
I'm jealous.
I'll trade you some peppers for those cucumbers. I got
peppers.
a bunch of sweet banana peppers.
Oh, okay. I'll take that trade.
Okay, all right, I'll drop some off.
Meredith, why aren't you
Okay.
practicing?
Well, ma'am, I had to take my children to school. And so, but as soon as I get back to the office, I swear I'm practicing. for the next meeting.
Okay, so make sure we're practicing and you're still raising money, right?
Yes, I'm trying to recover from the weekend. Good grief, give me a breather.
How was your cornhole tournament?
It was really good. We didn't have quite as many teams as we were expecting, but we still had a really good crowd. We had over 30 silent auction prizes. And Folktown Distillery was amazing. They accommodated us so well, and
Good.
it was a really good time. The cornhole tournament started around noon. I didn't get out there until about 5, and I think there were still some people hanging out. But it was really good. We had to raise some money, and I would totally do it all over again for sure.
Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you, Meredith. I
You're welcome. Y'all have a good day.
I got to get out and
Thanks,
see because we got
Meredith.
to talk about what I'm going to have to be doing for this winter to make sure I don't have the problems that I had this past
Yes,
summer.
we need
So,
Meredith.
Yeah,
We need Meredith.
I got to have you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk. Thank you, Mary.
All right.
All right, you take care.
Bye.
See you Friday night. All right, well,
Okay,
that's it for me.
that's it for you. Where'd you
Yes.
get those glasses?
I
You don't
think
like
they're
my
cute.
glasses?
They're cute.
I didn't say I didn't like them. I just asked you, where did you get them? Why are you so paranoid?
Pink is
When
her
I-
signature.
When I ask
color,
questions, she gets all uptight sometimes.
Because she knows you're gonna act out sometimes, and she's trying to brace herself for it.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
seen you do it,
What?
so
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah.
She
Candy,
was-
I got something in my car for you. I need to go walk out with you.
All right, well,
Uh-oh.
almost hanging out for just a minute.
Okay, that's
been
fine.
gay.
Just let me know. No, it's not. It's something for something. You know what it is.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what it is. What is it?
It's for something
Silent
that's being
auction?
raffled off.
gotcha.
One of those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thank y'all, and y'all have a great week.
All right. So,
And I'll see
and I'm not-
everybody but the donkey man on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Well,
He'll be there.
He'll be there in spirit. As a matter of fact, it's a possibility he might just ride that donkey through those
Yeah.
chambers on Thursday night
I might
or
ride ugly.
Friday and
We
leave a
could have an
deposit
auction on
behind.
him.
Diane may be mad, but I'd
Mhm.
ride ugly through there. I mean, I'm sorry, honey, Rusty. I call him
Ugly.
ugly. Of course, I bought her. He's so
Ugly.
I
ugly.
know I got
He's
it.
ugly.
If you came to the
Just
beast,
like,
the
what
tide
in the
won't come in.
world?
Oh,
I mean, he's
Lord.
that ugly.
Lord have
But
mercy.
now she,
What?
he
We need
answers
to
to-
park that sucker on the beaches when the
Well,
hurricanes are
It
out
took
there.
her 3 months to
Mhm.
name him. So I call him. I
Oh,
got
I
her
know.
through the field and called him ugly, and he started coming to it.
Oh,
So now
Then she
I call him
named it.
ugly, and she gets mad.
I
and-
don't blame
and-
her.
But you call him Rusty, he just look at you like you're an idiot.
Have you got any goats?
Elliot
I know,
said he
my,
can't wait till Saturday.
I know a few
I,
old goats.
My River Bluff ended the goat business.
All right, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we got a gentleman over here. He's one of them.
Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
We love Rolling
I'll
Thunder.
tell you what. For the last few days and few nights, I've been hearing all sorts of. It sounded like thunder,
It did.
but it's been rapid fire thunder
Yeah.
out there. I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to be on the receiving
Sunday night
end
was
of.
Steve is also a neighbor of yours, right around the corner.
Uh-huh. Okay. Don't go away, y'all. We'll be right back. You're live and local. Real Talk right here on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be right back.
Lefevers, I am running for the Onslow County School Board. I want to put safety back into our schools as we desperately need it. I also want to put volunteer veterans in our schools to help with security and mentoring our students along with any other needs the schools may have for them. I want to roll out a new bullying campaign that will make it more severe for repeat offenders and to educate the community and our teachers and students about bullying. We also need to get our parents involved because it needs to start at home and let them understand that it continues outside of our school walls through social media and other platforms. We also need to enforce policies we have in place on vaping and drugs and make sure that we implement that evenly throughout the district at all schools, that we all follow the same policies. If you truly want to see change in this district, the only real choice is to vote Lefevers on November 5th. I'm Robert Lefevers, and I approve this message.
Okay, we're back, and we appreciate all those folks out there who do advertise with us. And if you, by the way, if y'all got some money and you want to spend it on a good cause, that would be us. And we'll get the noise down in the background here in just a second or two. She's trying to get out the door, but so making her exit. Sure. Elvis has left the building right along with Candy. Good gracious. Anyway, we do appreciate the advertisers, and any of you folks who have a
Yes.
desire to jump on the show here, you can reach out to Lee at any time at 910
I'll
something.
hook you up. 910-330-0222.
Okay, that's the one. Give her a call, and we got some specials we're running right now, and we're getting ready to expand our show. Of course,
Yes.
we're going to go full internet radio, full blown, full worldwide internet
Wait
radio.
to get that on myself
You
already.
will be able-
Yeah.
I'm not sure what app it'll be on, but it'll be one similar to that. If
Yes.
not that one
Well, I'll
itself.
have it.
You'll have it.
You ain't wrong.
You'll have iHeartRadio on one app and us on the other. How much more better can it get?
Finally learn it. How
How much more better?
I've spent all these years since I got out of my English teacher's class,
Mm.
many
She'd
years
slap
ago.
my hand
Actually,
right now.
I didn't get out. She kicked me out.
Yeah,
Because,
she slapped my hand right now hearing that. Much more better.
Much more better.
Much more.
More better. Okay. Now we got in the studio joining us.
Yes.
Speaking of thundering,
Yes.
Rolling Thunder.
These are my
Uh,
favorite guys of all the military organizations in
Uh-huh.
Onslow County. They're my favorite.
Now these are the guys that ride around on these hogs
Mhm.
and all sorts of motorcycles out there.
Rolling
Anybody
Thunder.
call them motorcycles?
I think we call them, well, honestly, two
Bikes.
wheels is two wheels. We're happy with just about
Whatever.
anything, but
What comes out? Well, that's good. Steve, thank you for joining us this morning. What do you guys got something? We all have got something coming
That's
up
right.
on the 9th of November.
absolutely. We're absolutely excited about this. So we have the 27th annual. It's amazing. It's been 27 years that we've been having a Veterans Day parade here local to
It's,
Jacksonville.
it's wonderful. Should have been going on a lot
Yes.
earlier than that, but I'm glad it's happening.
Absolutely. And Rolling Thunder NC5 is absolutely proud to participate and help host and coordinate the event.
Mhm.
One big thing I really want to express is this is a free event.
Yep.
So unlike some others, that this one does not cost anything for the participants. And we're just looking for to increase the veteran recognition and helping represent the community the best we can.
Well, we Live and Local here, we're supposed to be, we will be in it.
Yes.
Well, hopefully, got to make contact with my Secret Service friend, and little did he is a retired
Mhm.
Secret Service gentleman, and he's got a pickup truck, 1966, totally restored. We'll be on the back end of that sucker. Now, you feel free to pull up alongside. Now, Lee has been practicing.
What is
She's
Lee
been
been doing?
practicing jumping
Oh my
out of
gosh.
a rolling pickup truck and landing on a motorcycle on the back.
Okay.
She's gotten it right once out of 17 times. But that would be a good fun, that would be a fun thing to see, wouldn't it?
I'm sure it would. Can't say the safety people will be too happy about it, but
don't just beg for forgiveness.
I can see Paul rolling right up next to me now, Lee. I'm like,
I'll tell you something interesting about Rolling Thunder too
Yeah.
is that we just like to make a lot of noise, and it's all about supporting the POW MIA mission. There's a lot of veterans, a lot of prisoners of war missing in action. Over 81,000 that have still yet to come home yet.
From a lot of wars.
Exactly. So with Rolling Thunder in particular, a lot of people associate us with motorcycles and making a lot of loud noise. And while we do have many that ride, it's not necessarily a requisite. So I know last year, actually, for the Veterans Day Parade, I was a big coordinator for that as well, helping with the organization of the lots. And I actually didn't ride my hog on that one. I rode my 67 out there myself. So I got a little Firebird 400. And
Really?
I made a lot of noise with that one, too.
yeah, nice.
I had a 68 Trans Am, 68, 69 Trans Am. I forgot which one. No, I had a 69 Trans Am. Ooh, let me tell you what, I wish I had it today.
I have a
I
pickup
bet.
truck.
Oh,
That's
that was
just
that
it.
was fine. That was fine. Oh well, the things I used to have, I don't have no more.
So there are a couple of big notes to take with the event coming up. So registration deadline is this Friday, October 25th.
Yes.
Madam Secretary.
I've already put all that out. Our stuff's already in.
Okay, just checking.
I mailed it
Double
in
check
last
these things
week.
today.
I mailed it in last week, so we're good to go.
Good.
But I've been publishing the cutoff dates and the flyers on our websites
Okay.
and talking to people and sending messages because, last year we actually narrated and it was so sad that we had some people there, but across the street and down the road, nobody.
Yeah, there were not enough people there.
To me, this is the most important parade
In
of
this
the
community?
year. Of the year in this
In
community.
this community, it should be top notch.
It costs absolutely zero to enter your business, your organization,
Or just
You-
decorate your car.
or decorate your car and get out
I
there.
highly recommend flags.
Yeah, well, every entry has to have a flag, correct?
That's exactly.
American
It's got to
flag.
be a patriotic theme.
That's right. Which
That's not a problem.
we're gonna be patriotic.
We got flags.
Yes, we have
I rode a
flags.
horse in it for
We
years.
just bought a brand new one,
And
so.
I carried the Coast Guard flag. I would not carry the Marine Corps flag. I would not do it.
There were
Uh,
plenty
why?
of those.
Well, and,
You
and
wanna
that's
get
why I
beat up?
said,
Why?
no, the reason I wouldn't do it, we would always have extra,
What?
extra people come in to ride the horse. And they would hand out flags. And the second year they handed me the Marine Corps flag. And I said, any of you guys out here, retired military or military dependent, there's always somebody raising their hand.
Yep.
I want you to carry the flag, and I want you behind the American flag. And a good friend of mine, he headed up the horse part. And I would wind up carrying the Coast Guard flag, which was fine. And now some horses can't handle flags.
I got no problem with that.
So we would try them out, and I never would carry it. And it's not because I'm not proud of the Marine Corps, because I am, because I pick on the Army guys all the time. And sometimes I get in trouble for
Some
it.
of us pick on the Air Force.
Because
guys.
when they look at the card and they say, Jacksonville, Camp Lejeune, yeah, what about it? I said,
Want to
they
fight?
can beat y'all up with corn stalks.
Yeah.
Y'all won't fight. And I pick on them, and it's all in fun. Because I go to Sunny Point all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I pick on them guys, but a lot. But I wouldn't. I wind up carrying most time the Coast Guard flag because you didn't have anybody retired from the Coast Guard that was out there riding horses, and we did it. We did it for
Well,
years.
Coast Guard rides boats. Okay.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
let you know.
But yeah, we did that a lot. But yeah, I was always proud to see a retired Marine or retired Marine dependent tote the flag, Marine Corps flag.
Cool.
And it was always, and I'd always put them up front behind the American flag. Because I'm proud of them. But yeah, that was my little take. But we did it for years.
Well, I think we're proud of all of our service members. which is
Yeah.
one of the
Oh, I
reasons
did.
why
I just
we're
have
out
to
here.
pick on. If I go to a military base and they always look at my D-Biz card, and that's the first thing they say, Jacksonville, home of Camp Lejeune. I said, yes, sir. Proud of it too. And I pick on. And when you get to know the sentries
Mhm.
and their sergeants, because the sergeants are there more than the sentries are, you get to picking on them. And it's all in good fun.
When I got radios over there. It's an amateur radio, ham radios, and I talk to people all over the world, and I bump into guys. Hey, the first question I have, and I know that they're a Marine, is Court Street still there?
Yeah, that's the first thing I get.
First question I
always.
get from some guys from way back when. So
Oh, yeah.
it's always fun.
Yeah, we're actually going to be supported in this event by Onslow County Ham Radio Association.
Yes,
they're gonna help out
There
a
you
lot with
go.
the safety, and I'll tell you, I've got a list of people that I want to say
Good.
thank you to with
Oh,
regards
definitely.
to that.
Let's do that.
All right.
Oslo
well,
Amateur Radio Society, it's a big group of people, and
Yes.
it's growing in numbers, and they can provide communications when all else fails. If you don't believe it, go on out there to the western part of the state. I've done a
Mhm.
couple of interviews to show you guys.
Right. Right.
Absolutely, and they're definitely supporting this event. This is something that's very exciting for us to have that extra element of to safety there, to be able to talk directly with first responders and communicate and make sure everything's goes on just as planned. And we are expecting, just like many years past, to have an absolutely wonderful event. A couple other people I wanted to really recognize is the Coastal Community College.
Mhm.
They have hosted kind of a staging lot for us for many, many years.
Yes,
And
they have.
it is important to note that is where the parade is going to begin at.
Yep.
So we ask that participants arrive between 8 and be staged by 9 a.m. They could enter on University Drive right there by the Smoothie King if people aren't familiar with the road. But enter by the Smoothie King. We'll route them to the right parking spot and get them all lined up. And by 10 a.m., we're going to be kicking this thing off.
Do we get passes or anything to?
They'll mail everything to us, email
Okay,
it to
so we'll
us.
get that and then
Yes.
print it out, and folks, get your stuff and just have it in your hand so you can show it to the people.
Right.
They'll know where to send you.
Oh, yeah.
It's something very easy to do. Of course, we'll be in a pickup truck, but if you've got somebody that you could stage at the very end of the parade, like over in the old Roses Shopping Center, and that way, if you're on a float or something, you can dismantle then and get in your vehicle and leave. So rather than have to worry about riding all the way back to the college.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, the road is going to be shut down.
Yes.
So it's going to be a little harder once you after you get staged. It's important to kind of
Right.
drop the kids off or drop whoever is off. There's going to be a
Exactly.
number of scouting events. There's going to
Right.
scouting groups. There's going to be a number of car clubs and veteran advocacy groups of all
Wonderful.
types all throughout the.
How's
parade.
your list right now with participants?
So it's growing. It's growing every minute. I'll tell you. Last year it was quite large, and you know we intend to.
Right.
Well, we're not trying to make this as big as possible. We want to represent the veterans as best as
Absolutely.
possible, and there's a lot of support in this community that really want to do that. I will say that a lot of people like to register at the very last second. So
That's normal.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's normal.
All right, several elected officials I keep reminding who keep saying, "Oh, I forgot, I forgot." You know,
Guys,
let's
off
get
the
it
pot,
done.
Better get her done.
Yep. So it's important to get that registration in. And I'll tell you, if something happens, and you know, I'm not encouraging somebody to post something after October 24th, or October 25th. However, if something does happen, reach out to us at rollingthundernc5.com. That's our website. Yep, it's shared on the Facebook page and everything. And by all means, please reach out to us. Let us know that you're going to be inbound, and we'll make sure that we got a space for you as long as it's
And
possible.
if you don't have an entry, please come out and watch
Oh,
it.
absolutely. Bring a
Please
flag.
line the streets. Yes, bring a flag, line the streets. It's so important.
Yep.
Yeah, just show our colors, folks. That's what it's all about.
Yep, and we're actually making a little competition this year. We're really excited
Oh,
about that. So,
Oh,
in
tell us.
past years, for a couple of times, we've actually had grading of the floats, and right there by
Oh.
Jones Onslow Electric, we're going to have kind of the reviewing stands out
Yes.
there, and we're going to have a couple of people out there grading the floats. And first place gets. Let me reference my notes here, make sure I got it right. $100 and a trophy. Second and third place will be awarded a trophy as well.
Who are the judges?
I can't disclose that. I can't give you the leg up on that.
Are they male or female?
We're going to have a little bit of a mixture.
Wait a minute now.
Co-ed.
We've got to step up our game.
Where you wear your
No, Tim, I'm not wearing a purple bikini.
Well, no, I said the Marine Corps.
We've got to step up our game, Kelly.
Where you fatigued?
We got to figure out
There you
something.
go. Your camos? You probably got one of those.
Well, I don't want to get busted for impersonating them.
You all.
We don't want no stolen valor.
Yeah, a stolen valor. Exactly right.
Yeah, we got some things. We might be able to do some things.
All right,
You know.
Kelly and I, we're going to discuss this. We're going to make it.
Recoilless rifle on the top of the truck.
Oh,
That would look
Lord,
kinda cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think the college might have a little bit of a problem with that.
We'll
but-
hide it until we get off
A
campus.
bazooka.
Hang one up there, look like Rat Patrol.
There you go.
Well,
No,
that's
it is
pretty
off.
cool, Steve. That's pretty cool. Will it be the awards given like before the parade starts?
No, it'll probably be after the parade, after everything's all done.
Right.
We're gonna go ahead and
that would make
ask the
sense,
individuals
yes.
to come in and kind of join us at a local chapter meeting.
Oh, nice,
And,
nice,
good, very
nice.
Yep, and absolutely say thank you to that. With regards to the rifle thing, that was actually one of the things that's mentioned. You know, it's Veterans Day parade.
Yep,
Somebody
absolutely.
might want to have something that is, you know, patriotic or reenacting of a special event or something like that. And it is important that they're all demilitarized. We can't have
Loaded
active.
weapons.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I've got an 1851 Springfield musket.
Yeah.
Is it demilitarized?
It doesn't have ammo in it.
Yeah.
You just can't stand on the back of a pickup truck holding a rifle.
Yeah.
It's an 1851 musket.
Going to the terror
1851. I
republic.
mean, you know.
Yeah, I think that might be a little. we might have to talk on the side.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun. It's worth a shot.
Oh.
Where your Kentucky toothpick.
Oh, there you go.
I'll tell you one thing I'm also really excited about is our Grand Marshal.
Who's
So
that? Who is the Grand
it's
Marshal?
Major James Capers. So
Oh,
right.
you couldn't have
we
picked
know who
a better.
he is.
He's been on our show, and I'm part of. I go to his foundation meetings.
Mhm.
Haven't been in the last couple of months, but what a wonderful man!
job.
absolutely, what I like to
I am-
refer to him as is as a Marine's Marine.
Yes,
He
yes,
absolutely
he wrote
is.
an absolutely. The book he wrote was so good.
Yep.
It made me cry. It really did.
So, for those that don't know, Major Capers, he's a former Force Reconnaissance Marine. He was actually
crazy guys.
well, he was the first African American to receive a battlefield commission.
And he was
Marine.
also the first African American on the recruiting posters.
Yes, he was
I didn't know that.
very well known to have a major contribution to recruiting campaigns.
Yes.
Wow.
But he was he's actually up for the Medal of Honor right now.
Yes, they've been working on that for months.
Yep, exactly. 2023, Republican Ralph Norman actually introduced some legislation that would kind of put him up there for the Medal of Honor.
Right.
Talking about cars and everything. This happened back in '67, but him and his group of 9 Marines were surrounded 3-1 odds, and while every single one of them were wounded, he got every single one of them home. And
Cool.
you know, being a member of Rolling Thunder and having that POWMIA mission dear to my heart, I'll tell you, bringing everybody home is what it's all about.
Wasn't that the stint, the one, because he went to Vietnam several times. He came back with 13 wounds,
Yes,
13, been shot 13 times.
absolutely
Wow.
incredible. So I believe he's got 3 Purple Hearts. Yep.
Yes.
So Silver Star, 2 Bronze Stars, and 3 Purple Hearts.
Yeah.
Gallantry.
Maybe we ought to ask our friend.
John?
A friend we know is a survivor of the Tet Offensive. He was there during that time, and he's a good friend of ours. Maybe we should just put him on our.
You should.
We'll invite him.
Yes.
Retired
yes.
FBI agent. too.
But
Okay.
I'm so happy that you picked him to be the Grand Marshal. He
Oh, yeah.
he so
He's a
deserves
great,
it.
Great guy.
He deserves all the valor he can get. That man is exceptional.
I completely agree, but I'll be remiss if I didn't mention that there are so many others in
Yes.
this area
Oh.
that are just
Oh, we got.
top-notch community.
Yes, exactly. Well, next year there's going to be more.
We see one at every one of our Jacksonville High football
Yes,
games. A
yes.
great guy.
I
Carl
know.
Kopka.
Yeah,
Colonel Cochran.
absolutely.
He's
We love him
he's a
too.
friend of ours too. So yeah, and Joe Hool.
And Joe, yep.
You know, the area is just full of people.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joe's been a staple of this community for
yeah.
absolutely
Many
years.
years.
He's been a large supporter of Rolling Thunder and our mission, and so absolutely love it. Matter of fact, I think I've seen him out there on Saturday morning. Something that I was going to mention, you know, when it comes to the veteran support and all this other stuff. The first Saturday, while this isn't necessarily a Rolling Thunder sponsored event, it certainly supports the mission. But the first Saturday at 12 noon sharp at Vietnam Memorial Gardens, we read the Missing in Action from Vietnam. Still,
Okay.
there are still 38 members that have yet to come
Nice.
home.
Now, will you be present tomorrow at the Beirut Memorial for that service? As a group?
I'm very much trying to be.
Right.
I've got a full-time job still. I'm still a young guy. So,
Oh, okay.
so
That's tomorrow, 10:30, folks.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Gardens.
that's absolutely another one of those
Yes.
those very important events for this.
Well, have you got anything else leading up to the parade that you're doing?
Not too much. Nope, not before the parade.
That
The parade
takes
is
a lot
going
of
to be a big event. I'll tell you, it seems like Rolling Thunder's got something going on just about every single month. And if
Yes,
anybody's
you
ever
do.
interested, feel free to visit our website. Like I mentioned before,
It's on
it is
here.
on the webpage, but it's rollingthundernc5.com, and we'll be happy to see everyone.
And I put the link on here also to sign up for the Veterans Parade for all of those people I talk to over and over that say, "Oh, I forgot. It's on there. You need to get it done now.
Yep.
Yeah, you know,
Now."
we got a Coast Guard unit there that trains out at down near Sneeze Ferry.
Yeah. They usually
They-
have
they-
a Coast
they
Guard
need a
unit in
boat
the
in it.
Veterans Parade.
They need a boat in, and the Coast Guard Auxiliary needs a boat in it.
Yeah, and they've
Yes.
had them before.
Yes.
Why don't they have them now?
Yeah.
I think they had them last year.
I'm not.
Didn't
I
they,
don't
Kelly?
I
Didn't
don't-
we see the Coast Guard last
I
year in the
remember
Veterans
seeing them
Parade?
pretty
I've
frequently.
seen
Yeah.
them, but I don't remember when.
thought we did comment on.
Okay,
Yes, we did.
yeah.
Yeah. They were there.
Well,
I'm gonna call a couple of those guys and see.
Exactly. We need to, and most important is you're not going to have an entry into parade. Bring your chair, some hot chocolate,
Please,
sit out there on the sidewalks,
And a
and let's
flag.
support our military.
and wave your
Absolutely.
flags.
yeah.
Show them,
That's
show
right.
them colors.
Yeah, Jacksonville doesn't shut down Western Boulevard very often.
No.
So
No.
if they do, it's for a pretty important event.
And this is an important event.
And I learned the reason why it's the second Saturday of this month instead of the first Saturday is because November has 5 Saturdays this year, and they'll have 5 Saturdays next year. So they're able to move the parade to the second Saturday of the month.
Which is the closest to
Yes,
Veterans Day.
yes, right. And not only that, but see, there has to be a 2-week halt between the parades because we have a holiday, Christmas parade coming up.
Uh-huh.
But Paul Levesque, he gave me school on it.
You've been
Yeah.
schooled.
I've been schooled
All
by
right, Paul
Paul.
will do that.
He's a
Yeah.
great guy.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you
Thank you,
coming
Steve.
in.
Absolutely,
Great
my
information.
pleasure, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone there. And just don't
We'll
forget
keep
that
pushing
October 25th. October 25th
That's-
deadline. We're
that's
looking
this
forward
week
to
now.
seeing. Yep, it's this Friday. We're looking forward to seeing anybody sign up, and we'll love your participation, and we'll love the spectators. I mean, this
Yes.
is such a great event, and we'll love to see everyone there.
We'll keep pushing it.
Oh, if I got my Secret Service guy driving, he could get away with carrying my musket, couldn't he? We'll see.
You and your musket. Musket, we do this. Musket, we do this.
We're going to take a break now. Just Steve.
All right,
I'll
thank
try to
you very
figure out what she said in just a minute.
Musket, we do this.
You're live and local, real talk. Right here on Facebook and YouTube. Try not to go away. We might be right back.
Hello, Onslow County. This is your Senator Michael Lazaro. As election season approaches, I want to take a moment to reflect on the progress we've made together and share my vision for the future. I fought for better schools, secured funding for infrastructure, and ensured our veterans get the support they deserve. We've strengthened our local economy, creating jobs and opportunities for our families. But there's more work to be done, like making healthcare for our veterans more affordable and protecting our beautiful coastline. I believe in a transparent government that listens to your concerns. I've held town halls, heard your voices, and will keep fighting for what matters most to you. This November, I'm asking for your support to keep Onslow County moving forward. Together, we can build a brighter future for our children and families. Thank you for your trust and support.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Mike Lazar to the North Carolina State Senate. Today's morning forecast brought to you by Community Prevention Services of Jacksonville. Fentanyl. It's still here, y'all. It's not going to go away. We're trying our best to do it. Our government is trying its best to get it done. The law enforcement portion of it is anyway. It's still here. It's still on the rise. The use of it, still making news, still killing people, still killing Americans by the tens of thousands. What is the attraction for something that is so deadly? I mean, would you take rat poison? Would you want to do that? You'd probably be better off.
Well, most people, majority, 99% of the people do not know there's fentanyl in what they're taking.
Is that the what problem?
Yeah. They don't know what's in there.
Yeah. Now you need to get educated. Those of you who are in the drug world, you may want to learn a little bit about this stuff. You don't know what they're giving you. They're just trying to get some money from you, and their profit margin is really high because this stuff costs them next to nothing.
But for a lot of them, it's that it will never happen to me mentality.
Well, let's talk about 111,000 of you.
Yeah, I think the number's going to be higher.
I'm sure it is. We should be getting the end of this past calendar year or year. We should be getting those results soon. But the year before, 111,000 Americans, double the number of Americans killed in 10 years in Vietnam. In 1 year,
1 year.
twice as many people, Americans, than those who were killed in Vietnam over 10 years died from overdoses from opioids. A vast majority of those overdoses from opioids were from the synthetic drug fentanyl.
Most of them were fentanyl, yes.
Vast majority. Its strength is impossible to measure in the field.
Yep.
They don't know. The drug dealers don't even know. those producing and trafficking the drug, they could care less about that. It's cheap enough. They put a little extra grain here, a little extra grain there, so they don't have to measure it that way. Measuring it would be pretty expensive.
Correct.
Raw
It could be
material,
deadly.
huh?
Could be deadly for them too.
Oh, absolutely. They don't want to
Yeah.
touch that mess.
No.
They're smart enough not to do that. Raw material by the barrels are being shipped from China to the drug cartels in Mexico. Imagine that. They get them by the barrels shipped all the way from China, not through the United States, but through all of these other countries and go into Mexico where the drug cartel rules. They are in control. They want to be in control in this country, but we're going to fight them down. We will beat them down. What they do is they package the stuff. It comes in as raw material. Then they got what they call pill presses. It's something that will press this powdery substance, not the whole thing, because that would kill you just looking at it. But they will. Mixing it with some other stuff. It could be aspirin. It could be just some kind of inert baking powder. Who knows? But they'll put it in there. Then they'll part of that press, that pill press, it will stamp a name on it or symbols for it. And the drug users all know what the symbols are that are on there for oxycodone or hydrocodone or any of the other pain pills.
Even Adderall. Even Tylenol.
Tylenol.
It's a new one.
I got some
can't
Tylenol.
fathom someone buying Tylenol from a drug dealer, but
Why
can't-
would you do that? You risk
don't
that one.
understand. But I guess I'm not meant to.
The dopers don't necessarily know what they're using.
No,
They
they
just
don't.
know they're getting a drug-induced high. A pill could have double the amount of fentanyl in it, and this high could be out of this world and send you there. It can kill you.
Yep.
It does kill. There are teenagers out there that be able to take some pills to school or take some pills to their parties, and they want it to look like Tylenol or whatever, and to have Tylenol stamped on it. They don't want their parents and they don't want other people to know what they're taking. So they're buying it. That's the other market. Parents, uncles, aunts, you need to reach out. You need to make an appointment for yourself so you can get educated, you can get smart, so you'll know what's going on in your own household around you. Do it before it's too late and you have to go visit the folks down at the funeral home to make arrangements.
Agree.
That's the next step. Going to the morgue to identify the person is going to be your first step. Then the second step is to pick out a casket and take some clothes down. That's the way it works. I'm not making this up. That's how it works, y'all. Give the folks at Community Prevention Services a call at 910-353-0972. They'll walk you through it. They'll help you know what the signs are that you need to be looking for with your kids, know what you should be checking for. They are your kids. You can check anything you want, including their pants pockets. Look for stuff. They'll tell you what to look for. That's what you need to be doing. You don't you don't have any rights.
Tell them in my house, you don't have rights.
No.
The only right you have is what I give you.
Yeah, you have a
You
right
have the right to breathe.
Yeah, and eat. We'll feed you and clothe you, give you a shelter. But give them a call and set up a time to go and meet with them. And then you can work with your kids. You can bring your kids in because they're going to need it at some time. 910-353-0972. Marine outlook, northeasterly winds offshore today, 10 to 15 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet, 2 to 3 near shore, sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Looking like a pretty decent day. Wednesday, tomorrow, same thing, 5 to 10 knots. So tomorrow coming down, seas 3 to 4, sounds and rivers of light chop. Thursday, northwesterly winds 10 to 15, becoming northeasterly in the afternoon, 3 to 5 foot seas, sounds and rivers of moderate chop.
Today, sunny, high of 79. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 56. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 81. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 56 again. Thursday, sunny, high of 75. Not bad, but Thursday's a little breezy.
Yeah, I'm going to get me I'm going to get me one of those caller IDs that I can sit right up here and watch you calling and find out who's calling.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
It's Robin.
Hey, Robin, what's up?
Hey guys, good morning. I just wanted to say, I just wanted to
shout out and say hey to Timmy. I saw him there, and it's always good to see Timmy and to hear his voice.
What's up,
It's been a long
AC?
time, Timmy. And but I just wanted to let you know, I just drove by the Commons for the early voting, and it's starting to get crowded again. The line's starting to form. I mean, I'm impressed with the early voting, all the people, the one-stop voting for for people in their cars. The cars are already lined up out of the Commons already, and that's a good sign. So I'm very appreciative to the citizens of Onslow County who are getting out and making the effort to get out and vote for their candidate, whoever they want to, whatever election it is. So keep it up, Onslow. It looks good.
Yep.
And I expect to see some higher, extremely higher numbers later on. So
Yeah, I finally got the
done.
numbers in this morning, and we're running 1.13% above 2020 same time last year.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So we're ahead of the 2020 election.
That's right.
Well, it doesn't surprise me with all the crowds and stuff and talking to people where I work, who went out there, tried to vote, and had to come back because the lines are too late or too long. But then they went back out and voted, and that's a really encouraging sign to see all the citizens taking part in the voting process, because it's important. This is a very important election for our country this year. So my hat's off to the citizens of Onslow.
It is. It's a very important election, and hopefully we're going to get a new president. I will tell you that. I will guarantee you we'll get a new president unless Biden comes out of the woodwork now and says, "Oh no, wait a minute now. I think I'm going to run again." I think I've examined everything, and I still think I'm the best qualified.
Let's not make it worse.
So you might be.
He might be.
But you know what? You're right. We are going to get a new president. It's going to come down to the wire. So after November 5th, it's going to be exciting to see who won in our country, and then of course local politics and everything like that. We just got to press forward. But again, I'm just very excited about the citizens taking advantage of the situation and showing a concern to get out and vote whoever they want to. So
yeah, well, we have the privilege and the right, and I still say the responsibility, but I understand why a lot of people say, I just cannot, I can't do it. I can't vote for either one of these two guys. Well, there are other races on that election form. I printed mine out yesterday.
Yeah.
Front and back.
And speaking of which, that's a good point. I mean, if you don't like either Trump or Kamala Harris, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're absolutely right. There are other elections that are ongoing that affect the state, that affect our local government. As far as the county is concerned, if you don't want to vote for either one of the presidents, then go out, and concentrate on the state or concentrate locally, because it's not only important for our country, but it's also important for our local government as well.
Well, y'all know that I like math, maybe, and I baffle some people with the math and my interpretation of math. I used to do that with my math teachers as well. But think about it this way. How many million voters do we have in this country? 220 some million. Well, just pick a number. 225 million voters in this country. Your vote is one of 225 million. In Onslow County, your vote is one of 135,000. Your vote, your single vote in Onslow County for Onslow County politics is more important. It's higher value than your vote for the president of the United States. Now, is that simple math or what?
Well, I'm the only Asian that can't do math, so I'm really
There you go.
Okay, well, was that simple though? Could you understand that?
That's that Cajun in you too. That
I can understand that. That was simple. But getting back to your point, again, this is a very important election, not only at the state level but at the local level too.
Absolutely.
Right.
At the local level, we're at the ground level. Okay, so we're the first people that you contact. We're the first line of defense in terms of this or that, and it's very, very important. So, if you don't like either Trump or Harris, that's fine. But there are other people that are affected on that ballot. But just the mere fact of seeing all these people that are coming out to the polls early, which is unbelievable. I've never seen it like this. All these people that are coming out to the poll, taking an interest, whether it's state, local, or the federal level, is very encouraging. And it makes me proud to be a member of Austin County. I like it. I love it. I love the fact that we're getting involved.
Well, that's
one
what
last thing, I just wanted to shout out, because she doesn't get much credit, but I want to give a shout out to my wife that's sitting there. She took me on a trip to Boston. And she wanted me to get away, and we drove up to Boston, and it was the greatest time I ever had, a relaxing time. And I just wanted to thank her publicly because she definitely puts her heart out there. And when she says something, she means it, and she really cares. And
she does.
I love you, Kelly. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Thank you for what you did.
Okay, now I got a couple of questions for you.
What did you do wrong for you to say that?
I got a couple of questions for you, Robin. Now, when y'all drove up there and you found this, you had a car, right?
Drove his truck.
You had a vehicle.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had a vehicle and you found a lot to put the vehicle in, right? What did you do?
I did what?
You found there was a lot there, something for all the vehicles. What did you do with your vehicle when you got there?
Gave it to valet
I didn't do
parking.
anything. Kelly decided to do valet parking because if you tried to park in Boston, Boston's a beautiful city and it was pretty easy to navigate, but it's very confusing. So I didn't want to deal with that. So we knew what people there in Boston are so nice, so different. When you go into Boston, the only way I can describe it is that you're pulling into a neighborhood, like you're one of theirs. And they took care of us. And I tell you what, I saw another side of New England or the Northeast part. I even saw another side of New York I never knew existed. But it is absolutely gorgeous up there, especially during this time of year.
Oh, it is up in Apple Country. Great.
Oh, it is beautiful. And I did not know that New York and Boston, they have actual hills and mountains. So, absolutely gorgeous, and the people were great. I had a great time, and it was a great time for Kelly and I, just her and I, for 5 days to be alone, to be together. It was just an awesome trip.
Yeah, she's recovering from that.
I took him to his first NFL football game.
Oh, is that right?
Did you?
Yeah, he's a baseball freak. He
Yeah, that's funny. I've been to baseball games all through my life, professional baseball games, and I'm a college guy. So I go to college games. I've never been to an NFL full game.
Because I always go without him. So, but yeah.
Well, now you're
Now
hooked.
we went to Gillette Stadium. The only thing is, I will tell you this. I know that she's a diehard Patriot. She's a diehard Patriots fan.
Yep.
But it was only 41 degrees up in New England. I was freezing.
Robin was cold. He was cold.
He's a southern boy.
He was cold. He had to buy gloves.
How these people sit in the stands in December to watch a football game, an outdoor stadium like Gillette. Now, Gillette's beautiful, but I'm telling you what, I would last 5 minutes and I'd be under the building someplace trying to stay warm. In fact, the warmest place in that building is when you went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And the bathroom had heaters.
You spent a lot of time in the head.
He's a hoot. Yeah, he's funny. He's survived.
Now, what I was trying to get at is I was just going to see if y'all got acclimated to the language up there, and I think Timmy knows what I was trying to get you to say.
All right, okay.
Oh my Lord! Don't wait for why. I'm going to fight you for this. Why y'all make this man do this?
I've been waiting on this. Go
All
ahead.
right, I got to tell you this about Boston. So I think it's in the vernacular, it's in the vocabulary, even the women.
Yeah.
Every other word is the F word.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, that too.
Yes.
Fine.
And when we were sitting there, we were sitting in the stadium, they're 2 rows ahead of us. These guys, they must have been all from the same neighborhood. But to listen to them talk and to listen to all the people, like when we took a tour, we had an old lady, she's about 75 years old, and she goes, if you look to your left, there's the harbor. Over there, you can park your cars. You can go over here and drive to the water. And you want to go across the harbor to go to Beverly so you can eat the real seafood. Yes. It was amazing.
That's what they were trying to get you to do, Robin. Yeah. How y'all make this man do
You're
these
so
accents?
good at it, though.
Good boy.
Do not.
It's the best part of the story.
I love you. I love the Irish part when you do all that.
He sounds Scottish. He does not sound Irish.
I'm sorry.
Same
I
thing.
meant Scottish. Yeah.
Either way, Boston, the language is unique, and
And he was doing it the whole time we were there.
Oh,
I
was
bet
it?
so.
They beat-
and let me tell you this though: if there's a penalty, especially in Gillette Stadium, if there is a penalty, and it's against the Patriots, the referees don't stand a chance. These people, every other word was F this, F
Yep.
that. You're blind. You're a moron.
Yep.
You know what? I fit in perfectly. I absolutely loved it.
The guy next to us wanted to fight the refs, so it was interesting. Robin got a taste of it, but yeah, I usually go without him.
That's interesting.
He's learned now. So,
That's pretty
all right, Robin, now you got to go to work, and I've got to do.
Okay,
I
Rev.
got a rifle.
But I got to say one. I got to say one more thing, Robert. In all seriousness, thank you
I want to say that too.
for your service on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Above and beyond, but not for people like you.
And I know you didn't do it
Yeah.
for publicity to start with. You'd have been, you wouldn't have,
He wouldn't have said a word about it.
Right.
I'm the
If
one that posted
nobody-
on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah,
But-
I was proud of
And
it.
I'm saying it. So anyway,
But
we're
I
proud of you,
appreciate
son.
I thank you for it. It's just that I just hope that the individual's okay.
Yeah.
The last I heard, they initially thought they had to amputate his leg, but they didn't.
Good.
And they medevaced him to Greenville. And I just pray that this guy and his family recover because his wounds are really horrific, and
Well,
my heart goes out to him.
from everything that I heard and read, I do not think he would have survived
He wouldn't
if
have.
you had not been there, Robin,
Right.
crawling underneath this thing.
Yep.
And doing what those who are trained and what the experience that you've got and your background and everything else. You don't run away. You don't stand around and chat about it. You don't just take pictures of it. You act,
He did.
and action is what works. All those pictures
Well, I
that people
appreciate
stand
that.
around and take, they don't mean a crap
They took a
later
lot.
on.
They took a lot. Yeah.
So
I see where you really.
I appreciate it. And I just, like I said, my biggest thing is I just hope he survives, that he recovers, and I wish him the best.
yeah, well, I'm going to buy you a tourniquet because I actually have two of them. Believe it or not, I have two of them on my boat.
I actually have two in my garage that I used for my law enforcement days that I still have.
Okay, you need to
Well,
put
you put
one
him in
in
the
your
car
truck.
apparently because he lost a belt.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
That's all right.
For a good
I'll
cause.
buy him a belt.
Yeah. What's
It won't be very
pant
long.
size? We'll get him.
Let me tell you, I will have to laugh at Robin a little bit because he walked through the house. He managed to keep his pants up the whole time because the belt was obviously incapacitated. But walked through the door and his pants fell down. So
Really?
I was like, at least
Did
he
you get
made it
pictures of
into.
that?
I was laughing at it. I was laughing.
That would have
at
been
it.
a Facebook.
Yeah.
That would have been the Facebook.
But he did manage to keep him up the whole time after because he was there for an hour. He had to reenact what happened, filled out a statement, working with law enforcement. But but they stayed up the whole time. How I don't know. And then as soon as he walked through the door, it was funny. But it was
All right. Thank you, Robin. For those who don't know, Robin and Kelly were on a road, a back road.
Yeah.
You know, so it's low speed, 25-mile-per-hour speed zone road, and a bad
Very bad.
situation involving a car or truck or whatever.
a vehicle loader. I don't.
Yeah, it's a car hauler.
Car hauler. That's what it was. Yeah, and a SUV
Yeah, and
or a pickup. I can't tell. what
ran
it was.
over, put the driver of the car hauler underneath it, pinned him underneath it, and he was.
It was bad.
Now,
Yeah.
when that starts happening, you don't have a lot of time
No.
to act.
Mm-mm.
And Robin took his belt off and
Crawled under the-
underneath this vehicle.
And held his hand and
And-
calmed him down.
Yep. The man is
that's
alive today for that reason,
Yeah.
Robin. I have zero doubt.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, we get you a belt with a tombstone on it.
Yeah.
You know what that is, huh? That's one of them big old Western belt buckles. We call it a tombstone.
That
Would
acts
you
as a
like to know
tourniquet.
why?
Why?
Because everything underneath is dead.
Oh, I like that.
Somehow, Timmy, I don't think that would.
It'll weigh Robin down. He would fall forward. Yeah.
Yeah, don't go swimming
get
with
a
that,
small
Robin.
one.
Yeah.
You'd sink.
No, one thing I want to tell you right quick. I appreciate you voting me back into the Voluntary Aid District Board. I didn't even know I was even running. And I got a letter said, yes, you are still a member of the VAD. And what in the world? Because the county commissioners have
Yeah.
to
They have
vote
to
on that.
approve you. Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
That's what happens when you don't show up for
I
something.
didn't show up. I was in Alabama.
Okay, Robin, go to work.
Well, Timmy,
Yeah, well, Timmy, you're one of us, man. You're a straight shooter.
Well, I appreciate
We
it.
love you.
I
And
love
I
you too,
appreciate your
buddy.
objectivity.
All right,
And anyway, I'll let you guys go. Thank you, guys. I
Yep.
appreciate it. And
you be safe.
have a good day.
Be
All right,
safe. All
bye-bye.
right.
All right.
Sure.
Now, I have something serious
Okay.
from Candy. We're going to do a trivia question, and the winner will get 2 tickets to Dancing Stars
Okay.
for Saturday night.
Can I answer?
Nope. You already have tickets, and you already know the answer.
Can I get tickets for next year?
No, it's just for this
Dang
this
it.
Saturday
I want
night.
to answer it.
So the question is, who won the first Dancing Stars of Onslow competition? There's a Judges Award and a People's Choice Award. If you can name that and call us, 910-333-0139, you will have 2 tickets to Saturday night's amazing performance, and it is always a hoot.
All right, y'all.
So the question, who won the first Dancing Stars of Onslow competition, the Judges Award, which means they were considered best dancer by the judges, and there was also a People's Choice Award, which is where they raised the most money.
Now, I'm going to give you a hint.
Go ahead.
It wasn't me.
It was not,
Yeah.
yes, it was not
We
Rachel.
know you
Yeah.
came in last.
I was last.
Yes.
You don't know that you were last.
I don't know I was last,
He-
but I'm going
he
to say
told
I'm
us that
last.
you didn't win.
yesterday.
I claim I was last.
Well, you
Yes.
might claim it. But.
So anyway,
So anyway,
I
so call us.
should have been last.
You will get 2 tickets to Dancing Stars. And if no one calls today, we will ask this again in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got the
You got
time right
15
now is to
minutes.
call. Now there were some real dignitaries there, and it was not one of them, but there
Mhm.
were some really cool
Mhm.
dudes there.
Mhm.
They're not notorious, but that word came to mind to begin with. But they're famous people.
Yeah.
They're dancers. They're cool guys, cool people. So 910-333-0139. Let me see if I concur with that.
That's what she told me.
Yep.
So,
All right.
so that's it. 2 tickets. I'm telling you, it is an amazing and it is a fun event. It is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a great
But
event.
it is good.
and
It's for an amazing cause.
you will enjoy it,
Yes.
guaranteed,
Mhm.
or Kelly will give double your money back.
Yeah,
Now,
you'll love it.
I'll enjoy the food too.
Oh, the food's good too. Yeah, Golden
absolutely.
Corral caters.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you don't get it today, we'll ask
Yeah,
the
we'll
same
ask in the
question
morning
tomorrow.
because some people may already be at work, not
Yeah,
listening to us. But
okay.
yeah,
North. Whoops.
Oh.
Let's see. I can't
say
say who it is.
okay.
I know Chris Marks was trying to call, maybe him.
Good morning.
Good
And
morning,
is
everybody.
it-
How you doing?
Is Chris? Yes. Do you have a clue who won the first Dancing Stars of Jacksonville, of Onslow County? Okay. We'll ask it again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have to give that one some pondering.
Yeah. What's on your mind, Chris?
I just want to send first off, Lee,
Yes.
because I know you track numbers for voting, and I'm getting ready to go cast my vote. How was yesterday's voting?
I finally got him in a little while ago in Onslow County for yesterday. At the polls, we had 4,988 people show up.
Lord of mercy.
Mail-in ballots were 149. To date, for the first 4 days of early voting, 19,302, which back in 2020 on the 4th day of early voting, we had 7,021. So it's an increase of 1.3. North Carolina statewide total, we've got 1,381,100.
It's an increase of how
84.
much? Somebody's doing the math wrong.
Right.
Let's put an expert here doing the math. Okay. So this year, how many?
To date, right now, 19,302.
Okay. And
2020, 17,021.
Okay, so that's a 2,800.
2281
42.
divided by 17,021, right? Hold on. I'll be right there.
All right.
So Chris and I could do the math. I could do it several ways and it comes up different every time. So it's all right. I got a 13% increase.
Yeah.
Not a 1.3.
No, because
2,291 difference. So yeah, that's close. Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you get 1.3%?
that on the two figures.
Okay.
I don't know how you did yours. I did mine at your line.
1.3% increase and
Yeah.
then 1% of 17,000 is not many people.
Yeah, it's been
13%.
running 1.2. So anyway, but
Okay.
no, that was a
Was it
great
good?
turnout for yesterday. Almost 5,000.
That's a
At the
tremendous
poll.
turnout.
Right.
For Monday, that's a Monday.
Yes.
I mean, even that Monday was people having to work. I know in the Richlands area, I was coming back from doing the Hope for Warriors at the lounge, and at quarter to 4:45, there was an accident at Union Chapel Road and 258 going towards Richlands. So that would have obviously held up some people that may have been going home early to go vote. Hard to say, but I think it's great that everybody's turning out to vote.
I do too.
It does prove a point, and that is this: they're tired of what has happened between 2021 and right now.
Well, I think we're tired of a lot of the publicity, a lot of the ads and everything else. I think we're just fed up. I think we're just fed up with the negativity. I am.
I am so much that on the radio, if I'm listening on the radio, which I do, if the commercial comes up, especially certain ones, I'll change the station and find something else. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be another commercial as long as it's not political.
I like the way they redirect it. I mean, Harris has got one out where he wants to do a national sales tax. All your groceries going to go up. This going to go up. That's going to go up. I was at a truck stop getting fuel, and some woman was sitting there. I said, wait a minute. She's not telling it all. What he wants to do is get rid of income tax. I said, we had a governor in North Carolina want to do the same thing. Not reelected.
Yeah.
I said, but that's what to do. And I just looked at her and I said, if you read anything, just read Neil Bortz's book, Fair Tax Plan. I said, that'll answer all your questions.
North Carolina's not the only they're calling us a battleground state,
Right.
Yes,
a
we are.
possibility going either way, whatever. I don't know. And Georgia's another one. And Georgia's having the same kind of turnout that we're having here in North Carolina. They're actually having a record turnout, shattering all sorts of records.
Yeah.
What was that, Chris? I heard some noise. Still there, Chris?
Yeah. Those are good. I'm sorry. Those are good points.
Thank God it wasn't the cat.
I just wanted to. Yeah. I wanted. And I could share a story on of this trip I had Sunday out at the main exchange to about two seamstresses who are in their 70s. Save that story for another day. I just wanted to call and say I'm glad Lee and I are in good company after I listened to yesterday's show, and I wanted to let Theo, my good friend, because he called me a friend. I think maybe he just referred to me, and Steve.
Was it a friend or fiend?
Well, he calls you guys the deplorable. I think I call you guys the adorables, whatever. Here's the bottom line. Tomorrow's Wednesday. You have guests on. I'm going to reply to both of my opponents on their comments.
Okay.
Because it's needless to say, I do have the facts to what they said. And I will use those facts to prove them extremely wrong.
Okay.
Especially Steve. Steve and his comments.
That's great. I'm going to ask you for an opinion before we have to leave today, though.
Sure.
Looking at the fairly large turnout that we're having right now, which is larger, 2,000 more, 2,281 more at this time than we had 4 years ago at this time, this many days into the early voting. That's a significant increase, any way you look at it. Now, what do you attribute that to?
I think personally, listening to what I've heard, things I've seen on TV, and you may notice that you don't hear a lot about people running for some for the Congress, some for Senate, but it's all about the presidential race. And the bottom line is this: Americans are tired of the situation that we're in. Everything points to the same two things: inflation, pricing, immigration. And they're just tired of it. And, some comments that were made, but that's my opinion. To answer that question. But so let me say this about some of the things, Rayford, you said yesterday. Good point. You're beating a dead horse, okay? And the queen of beating a dead horse is the Democratic candidate. And I'll just give you a couple of early things I'm going to mention tomorrow. One, that Harris's Univision interview was a town hall.
Right.
A town hall. That is separate than a one-on-one interview. Okay?
Yep.
And the same thing happened again. She just says, I want to help the middle class. I feel for them. All this other stuff. Nice grandmother talk for someone so young. I'll say this. She has no plans. She has no plans. And with that, Theo, Steve, come Thursday. Ready.
Prepare thyselves.
Prepare thyself. And with that, y'all have a great day.
All right, you too, Chris. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
I got one for you. A reporter for the New Yorker, telling the rest of us that what we know to be true is exactly right. J. Caspian Kang, a staff writer for the New Yorker, writes that after 15 years with the paper, he has never met one, not even one journalist in his workplace that supports Donald Trump.
Don't do it.
First, like that's a shock. Is that a shock to anybody? Stop the Press's new headline, right? Reporters are biased towards the left. Kang says that there is no real, now he's a very liberal guy. He admits it. He says there is no real conspiracy among journalists, but the fact is that the overwhelming majority of journalists are left-leaning. So the question for those of us who depend on reporters for unbiased information, not opinions, we listen to talk shows for opinions. We listen to reporters for unbiased information. Conservatives, liberals, it doesn't matter who they are. We should be getting the same information from them, but we do not. We get slanted information from both sides, my opinion. Pick any reporter for any news outlet across North Carolina. This is easy. This is an experiment for y'all. Go to a half dozen different news outlets, radio, or TV. Well, not radio. There are not many radio news outlets out there. Go to TV. Go to the newspapers across the state. You can check with the News and Observer would be one of them. Obviously, Charlotte Observer, some big newspapers. Go and find out who the reporters are. And in North Carolina, it's very easy to check their registrations, their voter registrations, and how they voted. I did for a major market TV station in North Carolina last night. I was curious. I picked just one. 5 individuals were listed as anchors on their news page. Got it? 4 of the 5 were registered Democrats. 1 is unaffiliated. Okay, so that individual chose to vote in the Republican primaries. On 2 occasions, she voted in primaries. No, she did not. She voted in the Democratic primaries. She's unaffiliated, but she voted in the Democrat primaries. And that was in 2008 and 2012. I checked a little bit further. Those years, that was a guy named Obama running, right? And sure enough, I looked further, saw her picture online, and she's African American. If y'all want to have some fun and just kind of get an idea of who you're listening to for your information, you might want to try that yourself sometime. Check the newspapers, check the TV stations. And we do have a final caller for the day for just about a minute or so. Sorry to take up your time. Go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. It's Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, I just want to say a couple things to put on your radar. Why Donald Trump out there talking about all the problems with penis?
Who? Talking about all the problems with FEMA?
No, talking about the size of Arnold Palmer's penis.
Hadn't heard it.
What?
He was doing a presser and he was somewhere, I forget exactly all the details, and made a joke about his anatomy, and it didn't bother me. I just kept on going.
If I'd have said that when you got on the radio and asked me that,
Do what?
if I'd have said the same thing when you got on the radio and asked me that, why would I say that? Would
No.
you ask me that? That's right, because I'm not important. Any important person that is headline in the news, it don't matter if they say they just farted. It's going to be in the news.
Yeah.
So that's what it's.
Well, it's like
people make jokes.
the idiot reporter who asked Bill Clinton one time. The idiot reporter, when the president of the United States had a news conference, the most important thing this idiot, dumb little reporter could ask the president of the United States, do you wear boxers or briefs?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that.
really?
Why?
Really?
Well, how many times did they ask Bill Clinton about the famous cigar? I mean,
Well, at least that was newsworthy, but are you wearing boxers or
Remember they
briefs?
bounced
I
on him?
remember that.
You remember they bounced on him about eating at McDonald's?
Yeah. good
About
God.
eating junk food, and he said, "Well, there's very nutritious stuff in the McDonald's biscuit."
Whatever. Anyway, there are stupid people out there doing stupid things, and some of them are candidates, and some of them are reporters, and some of them are me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, Mike?
That's why I was trying to make a point.
Yeah, and then just one final point about the transgender surgeries in prison.
Yes.
The policy also was under the Trump administration, and documentation came out yesterday to prove that fact. So I find it great that he.
Yeah, it was out there, but it was not done, and it was not utilized during the Trump administration.
Right.
Okay, I'll give you a point over that. Can I give you one little point over that? There's a truck driver, used to be. The Teamsters Union paid for their transgender surgery.
Why?
That she, if she's still living, wanted it done, and the Teamsters Union insurance paid for it.
How the other Teamsters?
And I don't know how she looked
feel?
as a man, but as a woman, she was bad. But I saw two guys fight over one morning. Ain't no lie. But I'm
So
saying
you claim that
Trying to get away from?
yeah,
I go bed with her.
you claimed
Jeez.
that it wasn't used, but the Trump administration added necessary.
I didn't claim it
policy
wasn't used. It's a
details.
fact it wasn't used. Check
Right.
it.
Yeah,
Do your fact checking.
it wasn't used.
Yeah, but they added the necessary term to the language of getting the operations done.
Mhm. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care where it is or when it's done. My tax dollars should not go for it.
That's right.
I barely want
I
my
don't care
tax
who
dollars
does
to
it.
feed these low life pieces of crap that are in prison.
That's
You
right.
understand that part?
You should have
Yeah.
none of those
Yeah.
rights.
Okay. So,
Yeah, but I mean, there's fault in the law.
all right. All right. You take care.
I tell you what everybody needs to do is take a break from politics and go on YouTube today and watch day 3 of the boyfriend suitcase murder.
Oh, God.
That'll take your mind all away from
I want you all
politics.
to go to do something when you've got time to sit down and watch a movie.
Yes.
There's one on Netflix right now. Kelly apparently has watched it 77 times or something. I've seen it now once, but I don't watch movies more than one time.
Right.
But this one, I'm going to go back and look at it
Yes.
again. It's called Patriot Day.
Mhm.
It's about the Boston Marathon
It was a very
bombing.
good movie.
Speaking of Boston today, so
Oh,
I had a chance to see it in the middle of the night the other night because I wasn't feeling well, so I just stayed right there and did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it's a good
it's
movie.
a great movie.
Makes
Take
you
some
think.
time it does make you think.
Yes, it does.
Now it's got some Boston language in it when when Robin was talking about absolutely all the way
Right.
through it.
That's
It was
all they know.
well acted and it was well done.
Yes.
Now callers, we're after 9:00, so we're not
Yeah,
taking
we're
any more
late.
calls. So we
Right.
will be back tomorrow
Chris,
morning
call
at
back
7
tomorrow.
a.m. Have a great rest of your day and be safe. You're live
See
and
y'all.
local, and we are awake. We're never going to be woke. Bye. Be safe. Thank